everyone. Jamie Meloni here, host of the all-new That Business Show 2.0, where business becomes show business. New episodes each weekday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, available on thatbusinessnetwork.com, and then on demand on iTunes and on YouTube. So our guest today is Gavin Zuchlinski. He is the founder of Acuity Scheduling, and you can learn more about this throughout the discussion at his website, acuityscheduling.com. So Gavin, welcome to the program today.
Hey, thank you for having me on here.
So this business supports over 50,000 different businesses of all sizes, from people working for themselves to major corporations. Give us the background and the overview of what this business is and what this does.
Whew, yeah, it has grown a lot. It's even more than 50,000 as we speak now, too. So Acuity Scheduling was originally created for my mom. She's a massage therapist, and the goal is to help small businesses just like her and businesses large and small offer and manage appointments online a lot easier. I just saw her going back and forth with clients, just listening to Aunt Tilly and her kidney stone story about why she had to reschedule appointments. And I thought that there had to be a better way. And that's where Acuity came out of. And the goal really is to help small businesses offer and manage appointments online, but really to take away all of that back and forth that's not a really valuable interaction with your customers, and get it so that you can sit back, have customers show up with you, and hopefully take away all those annoying logistics that go along with it, so you can focus on what you enjoy most.
Okay, I myself have always used a Calendly for the show to schedule. Actually, I just started using that a couple of months ago for people to schedule. How does Acuity compare to like Calendly, for instance, something I'm familiar with?
Yeah, awesome. And hey, I'm just glad that you're using something. It's a whole lot better than us emailing back and forth
Right.
a dozen times. Yeah, so we are very focused on businesses, and that means adding a lot of things to help support you run your business better. So I think Calendly is a great tool, very simple, but beyond that, will help you. Probably one of the biggest things is accept money. So you can hook up Acuity with whatever payment processor you use, like Square or Stripe or anything, so that when clients go to book their appointments, you can have them pay for everything in advance, just leave a deposit, or just put their credit card on file to reserve it so that you can charge them later, and then do tipping and reporting on all of that. You can also customize everything with your branding. So it looks like your business, feels like your business, totally embedded into your website, and a whole slew of other things just to try to help you look more professional, show your professional brand, add advanced features so you can totally automate your schedule too. So that way when clients go on there, they'll actually see the real times you're available and everything else, and accept payments on there as well, because if you're a real business, hopefully you're making money from your appointments.
That is a drawback of Calendly, is it does not accept payments, and if I have to charge somebody for an appearance or something like that, then I have to do a separate invoice to a whole nother system, and so that's a great little selling point right there. Now, you talked about embeddability into your existing website too. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure. I know there are plenty of other folks that do this as well, but one of the things that I really love is being able to customize everything, customize every word in your email, every word on your site to really match your brand feel, your brand tone, your brand colors, pictures, and all of that. And then to top it off too, make sure that when customers go to your website, it feels like a part of your site too. So after you've customized all the follow-on interactions and everything else, you can have that initial one take place right on your website. So the scheduler will work with nearly any major website builder, and even a custom website on your own too. And we can help you do this as well, where it just sits right inside of your site, so customers don't even need to leave your website to book an appointment. And that works on mobile phones or desktops or anything else as well.
No, I like that. Again, acuityscheduling.com to learn more about this. So can anybody then embed this on their site with basic website development skills, or do they need the customization features on your end to do that?
Yeah, so pretty much all common website builders, it's a cinch to do, and we have help guides on that. But if you do get stuck, our support team will actually do it for you too. There's a nice little link if you go into the client scheduling page section inside of Acuity. There's a request that you embed it for me and just send the info to log into your website, and one of our support team will actually go on there and add it right in there for you, so you don't even have to look at a little lick of code at all.
And I'm on the website again. I can see the mobile application. So you got desktop application, mobile application, ease of use. It's all there. Is the app available both on Android and iTunes or iPhone?
Yeah, so with Acuity, everything is web-based. We do have native app for iPhone as well, but we also have everything web-based. So no matter what you're on, even a Microsoft device or anything else, if anybody still uses those, it'll work just as well, and you can manage everything from your phone. And we also do sync with pretty much all the major calendar providers: iCloud, Office 365, Google Calendar too. So with whatever calendar you use for your personal events and or your business ones too, we can connect directly into that and add appointments to it and block off time inside of Acuity when you book something on there. And
I see your integrations from QuickBooks and FreshBooks to Square and MailChimp. So how does it work with MailChimp? The email marketing program, how would the scheduler work with like MailChimp, for instance?
Yeah, great question. So we do offer a lot of integrations, and it's really around this idea of making it so that after you set up your schedule, you can hopefully put everything on autopilot. So a lot of those things that we might not offer internally, because there are other great companies out there like MailChimp, they are rock stars at email marketing. So we'll let you connect your MailChimp account with Acuity so you can have it whenever somebody books an appointment with you. They'll automatically, hopefully with their permission, be subscribed to your email list, and you can send them their information. We also send along a couple extra nuggets over to MailChimp, like the appointment time and what they booked, and especially in MailChimp, their automation features are pretty amazing. So you can segment lists and start to say, like, if you offer a couple different types of consultations, like initial consults and business consults and everything else, you can start to segment your customer list and send them different targeted emails depending on what they did or when the last time I booked. So if you haven't seen somebody in a while, you can have an automatic email go out to them, thanks to integrating with MailChimp, to let them know to rebook or send special promotions or anything like that too. But yeah, there are tons of fun integrations in there as well.
So I see we talked about its ability to accept payments and deposits, and I see it also vaults the client credit cards for ease of rescheduling use on behalf of the clients.
Yeah, so with payments, there's a few different things that we do. Again, to hopefully make it as hands-off as possible so that when clients book, they can take care of all of that rigmarole that goes along with appointments in advance. So along with like deposits and paying in advance, there's a couple of other interesting things. Being able to vault a credit card. That way, say you just want to make sure that if they no-show, you can charge them their late cancellation fee or something like that. Just vaulting a card is a great way to go. So clients can go on there and reserve without paying, where they'll just put a card on file. And if after the appointment, if they want to use that card, it's a cinch just to put in the amount and charge it. Or if they have some sort of cancellation fee, it's on file and the card is confirmed when they book their appointment. We validate that it's an actual, real credit card and not just they didn't just bang on the keyboard. So that way you have a valid credit card on file for every appointment.
What about reminder messages? Set it and forget it after you got your appointments booked or lined out?
I hope so. I think that is one of the standard features of all scheduling apps, that if you're going for anything, at the very least, it should let clients book themselves online and remind them, because nothing is worse than having gone through and gotten a client only to not have them show up for your appointment.
Right.
So that
question is more for the people that don't know anything about online schedules, like Calendly and then Acuity. Yeah, that's going to be a standard feature. You put them in there, you type whatever type of event they book, and then you can set your reminder schedule as much as you want or within restrictions of the application. A very handy little feature. And again, like I mentioned at the top of the screen, I've been using Calendly, but I'm definitely going to give your program here a detailed look at it. I like the ability to take payments. I like the integration with the website. How did you get this to in front of 50,000 different businesses? Did it just go viral?
Yeah, so we have been doing this for quite a while. So that's people actively using it every day, and that is all really thanks to referrals from other people using it, and thanks to Google for ranking us highly. That as people go out and they start searching for schedulers, they're able to find us pretty easily. And I'm just really thankful to the folks who use Acuity right now. They're the ones who really share it out, and over 90% of our growth is organic based. So chatting with you, hopefully somebody out there has used it and appreciates it or is willing to give it a try, because I love everything that we do too.
Now, before Acuity, were you an entrepreneur or business owner? Was this the first business you launched?
Yeah, so Acuity actually had been a part-time gig for the longest time. I started this just on my own, doing it in my spare time for my mom and to help other people. I did web development on the side, and then continue to improve Acuity. I started this around 2007. I had a job that I absolutely loved at the government during the time, and eventually Acuity grew so much that I was spending every waking moment that after I got out of work, I was rushing away in the car in like 90-degree heat in the summertime, trying to type on my phone that had been sitting out in the car and turned off because of the heat, and see the support emails or see the status of everything, and then spend hours after that. So eventually I had to take it just full time, but because of that nice, slow and steady growth, we were able to build something based off of a lot of feedback from everybody, and not just trying to rush and grow things big, but actually taking my time, listening to everybody, and growing it to something, into a company that I enjoy working for every day too.
We're going to talk about the business development aspects of the company when we come back from the break. Again, talking with Gavin Zuchlinski, founder of Acuity Scheduling, an online scheduling software to make your business run with ease. Learn more at acuityscheduling.com. You're listening to That Business Show 2.0 with your host, Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business.
Our primary business is hardwood flooring, although we are remodelers for kitchen, bath, and general construction. We operate a fleet of shop-at-home vans that have all the flooring type products: hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, tiles, stone, what have you. So we're able to come out first with products in our vehicles and take a look at the setting, how the colors will work, and then to be able to come up with some options and ideas for you. If that's not good enough, we have a large distribution center that we inventory product and have a nice display area.
Hi, Jackie Skelton from JR World Travel here. If you travel, you need a licensed professional travel consultant, not a computer. Your licensed professional consultant can get you more for your time and your money. Value for your money and experience, not marketing salesmanship. When you're sick, you call the doctor. When you need legal advice, you call an attorney. So the next time you want to go on any type of travel, call your licensed professional travel consultant who actually represents you. We specialise in group travel, family reunions, weddings, to escorting large groups or making special arrangements for the disabled. Please call 844-249-0190. We are a full-service travel consultancy offering worldwide concierge service. Air, land, sea, rivers, resorts, locally, nationally and internationally. Remember that number, 844-249-0190.
Welcome back to That Business Show 2.0. I'm your host, Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business. Today's topic is online scheduling system with Acuity Scheduling. I have the founder, Gavin Zuchlinski, with me on the program today. And of course, learn more at that website, acuityscheduling.com. And it's definitely piqued my interest as well. The ability to accept payments after you schedule, the ability to integrate with MailChimp, the ability to integrate with your website with ease. And he's supporting over 50,000 different businesses since launching the company in 2007. So Gav, let's talk a little bit about business development. Many people listen to the program and want to hear the stories of, success and the trials and tribulations. So you're working in a government job, you're doing this part-time. How were you able to balance the two? Was it just because you loved what you were doing in both jobs?
Oh man, yeah. And if I hadn't loved what I was doing in my day job at the time, I could have left much earlier. But it's a truly unique pleasure to work within the government, where the work itself, the nature of the work, was very motivating. And then have something on the side too, which was a little bit more of a creative outlet with Acuity and seeing and directly helping people and building things. So it hit on the two sides of my personality that I need to be able to be happy. Since I loved so much, I tried to loved both so much, I tried to take it as long as I could for both of them until it was totally unsustainable, and probably took that one a little bit too far. But in the end, I'm happy about it. And
what's it grown in today? Talk to me about like support staff. When did you hire your first employee? And let's get into the development here.
Yeah, so Acuity, like I mentioned before, was started around 2007, and I really had no plans to grow it big. I just sort of put the website online with zero promotion behind it, and it was just me from 2007 until 2013. In 2013 was when I had to make the choice between my day job and taking Acuity full time, and it was at that point that, because things had grown enough, there was a lot of pressure and a lot of time constraints. I really wanted to keep both things. So I hired my first person for support. I looked all around to try to find somebody and ended up hiring my sister. She's got an easy and somebody that which for your first hire, you want somebody that you trust. And she fit the bill for that. And after a while, we ended up that I tried to keep my day job for a little while, and that failed miserably. When you hire somebody and you're not around as much during the day to try to train them to do things properly, she was a champ at trying to learn things on the job, but I could have done a little bit better with that. And eventually I realized that and left the day job that I love to take on Acuity full time. And that's when it started to grow a bit faster. We hired a couple more support folks, another developer, and tried to take it slow and tried to not hire as much, because the number of people you have in the company doesn't necessarily mean you're doing better. It just means that you have higher recurring costs over time. So I tried really hard to avoid that, and right now we're at around 22 folks inside of the company.
Incredible. Good work on that. Now, talking about the development of this, did you develop this from scratch yourself? Did a programmer help you with? And how do you design something like that? Is there a program that you went in there and just started messing with and that kicked out?
Yeah, absolutely, man. This was a slow burn, long time thing under development. So, I'm a technical guy by nature, so I coded everything myself, and I'm really thankful that I was able to do that since it helped reduce the costs up front and everything else, so that we were able to take as much time listening to customers. So I developed the first sort of version of Acuity probably in about 3 weeks, and then put it out online. And within a couple weeks after that, we had some folks using it and sending feedback. And whenever somebody would email in with feedback, I would, since I was the guy that did all the development, I would take it and be like, all right, sure, I'll make that change for you. And that helped. That's really what drove everything with all the feature development. After that, though, it's a little bit much to try to take care of on your own. Everything is programmed mostly in PHP, and
plus you got to keep up with all the updates and software and all that, how that impacts you, and so yeah, you got to.
Yeah, and everybody is always asking for new features, new changes, and all of that. So eventually I had to hire another developer to help me out, and I am not the greatest at design either, so I contracted out with a couple of designers, and then there's enough work going around that we needed to bring somebody on in-house, and that was really the second technical person that I brought on too, was to try to make things pretty.
How did you market the product? You mentioned, in that last segment, you were fortunate to get ranked in Google, but did you put together a formal marketing plan, or did you just kind of put it out there?
Yeah, so a little combination of a couple of things. One, I put it out there, but tried to optimize the site for SEO, doing a lot of keywords, and especially back around 2008, 2010, that worked really well to try to rank on Google. And especially for this area, there wasn't as much competition, so we were able to get up inside of there. And then second, to responding to customers and getting that word of mouth, 100% was one of the big drivers of that, which helped because then they would start to put it on their website. And we realized after a little while, we tried to get formal articles and big news outlets and everything else, and they really just ignored us. But found that small blogs would listen to us, and they actually had a more engaged user base, that even though somebody might only have a couple of hundred followers, it's a couple of hundred followers who really cared about them. So I emailed out and contacted blogs, gave them a personal pitch, and was able to get some great articles on there, which also helped to reinforce the SEO, because then we started to get more links back to the website. So it was a nice cycle like that.
Oh, interesting. So you contacted bloggers to write topics or write blogs on Acuity, and were most receptive, or did most not respond? Spawn, how was the response to that?
Yeah, so when I tried to contact somebody from like a general type of news outlet, just like some tech news or business productivity in general, they weren't as receptive. But when I contacted somebody who was a little bit smaller and usually more focused on a specific region, or somebody who really cared about massage therapists, then they would listen a little bit better, probably because they generally weren't getting as many pitches. So to try to find them, I would look at similar software to us, say look at MailChimp, and then see who was writing about them that sort of fit the bill for our audience of service-based professionals. And then once I found them, then they were probably a good fit. I would say, hey, I saw you wrote a great article about MailChimp, where we hit a pretty similar user base, something like that, and they were really receptive to that. We've had an amazing response rate from that type of outreach.
And you've self-funded this in the beginning. Is it still self-funded? Did you bring in investment?
No investment at all. Everything is still self-funded. So I was also charging from day one. My hosting cost for the month was $9 a month on a company called DreamHost, and the product itself, I started charging $10 a month. So as soon as I had that first paying person, within a couple of weeks, everything was profitable, and I just have used the profits ever since then to build it up.
Wow, incredible story of sustainability from day one. What's the plans look like today? How many different options and affordability of this? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So we actually, the pricing is relatively similar to what we had at the very beginning, except now there's more room for growing as the company grows. So originally there was a free plan and this $10 a month plan. Now on top of the free and the $10 a month plan, there's a $19 a month and $34 a month plans, which are really intended to help larger companies. So if you say have a sales team of multiple people and need to round robin schedule calls between everybody, you're able to do that with those higher level plans, and especially for healthcare professionals deal with things like HIPAA compliance, which are an additional burden on us, so available only in the higher level plans, but still really sticking to the core of if you're a solo business provider trying to keep it affordable at $10 a month, and you can start accepting appointments, having them pay online, send out all those reminders automatically.
Right. So what's the future of Acuity? Do you plan to expand into other areas of scheduling or productivity, or just keep it at your core product and just ride this business?
Whew, man, so there is so much that we'd love to do. We recently offered recurring subscriptions to give small businesses, everybody using it, like a recurring revenue model, and we'll continue to add things like that. But there's still a ton left that I'm itching to do in this inside of the scheduling space, just to make it easier for your clients and easier for you to try to re-engage them, and even better ways to model your availability. So there's still a ton left just within scheduling that I'm itching to do.
Well, definitely an impressive business model, and I can tell you enjoy what you're doing, and don't see too much stress over on that side of the screen. So you're one of the more content business owners that I have been talking with lately. So it's always nice to have it profitable from nearly day one. So good job in what you've been doing.
Thank you. Yeah, keeping it profitable definitely relieves a lot of the stress and the pressure off of you.
So again, Gavin Zuchlinski, founder of Acuity Scheduling, an online scheduling software supporting over 50,000 businesses so far. AcuityScheduling.com for more information, and check out one of his plans. The ability to accept payments and integrate with multiple platforms and website integration, something I'm going to be checking out myself. So Gavin, thank you so much for being with me today on the program.
Excellent. Thank you so much for having me on here.
And again, new episodes of the program air each weekday mornings at 7 a.m. on thatbusinessnetwork.com. And then please find us on iTunes and YouTube, wherever it is that you're listening to the program, and subscribe and leave a comment and help the program grow. And if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, business or community leader and would like to come onto the program and share your story, simply visit tbsinterview.com for more information. tbsinterview.com for more information. You've been listening to That Business Show 2.0. I'm your host, Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business.